What's up, people? It's Wednesday, so you know what that means. Comics, yeah! Yeah, let's go. So today, not very exciting week either. Other than the fact that the new Iron Man comes out today. Sorry about my glove. Another Avengers comic. DC was supposed to release JLA today. Not sure about that anymore. I think they moved that to a couple more weeks. And then, oh yeah, GC's got this whole $8 comic about romance, love, you know, that's in the air, hey, thing. I guess there are people on the roof. Don't want to get in their way, but yeah, we're almost there to the comic shop. Sorry about the focus if it's in the way. And, so yeah, I'll get back to you in a second. So we have an issue, you guys. This occasionally happens at my comic store. The one that I let it go school by. They sometimes don't get their fully shipments. And, yeah. They didn't get their full shipment today. So, I only got a comic. That's not good. Because, this is Comic Book Wednesdays, not Comic Book Thursdays. So they said they would probably get it tomorrow. And I don't know. It was funny, I was talking to the guy. I was like, hey, did you get the full shipment? And he's like, yeah, it sucks. I'm like, yeah, well, I might. So, and he's like, yeah, we might get it tomorrow. I'm like, I might go to my other comic book store. He's like, what other comic book store? I'm like, the one that's on 11 and Gratiot. He's like, where the hell do you live? I'm like, oh, I live at 10 and Hoover. And he's like, why do you drive over here? I'm like, I go to school by here. And he's like, oh, well, this school sucks. And I started laughing and agreeing with him. Well, school does suck, but he went like he went years ago though. He went before my school got their names changed. But you know, I told him I'll come back tomorrow. So that's what the deal is, guys. Tomorrow, you're gonna get a full Comic Book Wednesday. Quotation marks. Yeah. I'm gonna go back tomorrow, see if they have their stuff. If not, Friday, and if not, I'm just gonna go to the other comic book store, see if they have their stuff. The other comic book store is the one with the bags and the boxes. Not the boxes, the, you know, the backdrops. So, but I did pick up Avengers number 5. There's that. Other than that, there's nothing else that came out that they had. They did not have JLA. They did not have The Young Romance. They did not have Iron Man. But they probably wouldn't have JLA because it's not out. I didn't ask them about that. I'm just assuming that it's not out. Come on, buddy. They're red. You're green. You can go. But yeah, it's disappointing to hear that. I mean, I guess this happens from time to time. You can't help anything, but you know. It happens. I can't help it. They can't help it. It's either I go to the comic book store right now that I have to travel 15 minutes to get to, and I don't think I can do a 15-minute vlog right now on my iPhone, or I just go back tomorrow and film more and release this whole video tomorrow. That's probably what I'm doing. That's a 95% chance that I'm doing. Yeah. Sorry guys, but that's probably what I'm doing. But I will show you the comic today, and then that'll be my only recommendation for today, because that's it. That's all that came out today. What can I do? I look like a ghost right now because the sun is out. I'm the whitest thing you've ever seen. I'm waiting upon white. No. I'm sorry if you guys were expecting anything else, but again, tomorrow, Comic Book Wednesdays will be tomorrow on Thursday. If it does come in, I'll go in and see if they have anything, and if they do, then great. If they don't, then fuck. Because I was really looking forward to the Young Romance comic, actually. Because it seemed interesting, you know, DC's take on romance with the new 52. I mean, they fucking put Wonder Woman and Superman together. I want to see their romance. I mean, I already saw a bit of it in Justice League number 15, but like, what else do they got for me? So, we're parking. There's a car right in front of me, it's a security car. But we're parking. I'll move you guys over to the spot. So, yeah, like I said, the only thing I got was Avengers number 5, which seems to be about another hero that no one really knows about. Interesting. The cover I do like. It's retrospective with space and how it's changing. It looks like how technology is going to change, and this character is going to be that. I didn't like Adam Kubert's. Kubert. I didn't like his artistry the last time, so I'm not really expecting much this time around. But let's see how it goes. It seems to be promising, and I'll give you a review of that, and then tomorrow I'll see if it's higher on the recommendation list. Hey guys, so it's Thursday, and this video is going to be posted on Friday. They did not have their shipment like I thought they would today. Went in, didn't see that they had their stuff, walked immediately right out. So, kind of upset with that, but I'm not going to go outrageous. Tomorrow is Friday, and there will be the episode of Comic Book Wednesdays, I promise. But I have to have something done for Thursday, so I thought I might as well review this Avengers comic. It's what I thought. Like what the cover made me assume, it's kind of like that. Basically, it's about the Smasher. She's this character. She's a new form Avenger. She used to be a farmer. Then she found this random piece of artifact in the field and got the costume and became the Smasher. And so yeah, and it's basically her story. It's nothing spectacular. It's the same thing that happened last week with Hyperion, except last week's was weaker than this week. I actually like the character of the Smasher more than Hyperion. The characters in the space that she meets, she gets in this whole league and she's more accepted, and she becomes an Avenger. And there's a side story with her with Captain America and Hulk and a couple of other people like Wolverine and all that. They go on a mission and you get to see some of her powers, and they meet the people on the cover who are from space. So it's cool. What can you say? It's alright, yeah. The artwork, again, I don't like Adam Kubert's artwork. But what can you do? It's just okay, you know? There's a funny relationship standard between the Smasher and the Hulk. It's because her name's the Smasher, and Hulk likes to smash. So it's interesting to think about, but it looks like these comics are leading into something new, but at the same time they look like they're not going anywhere. These introduction stories to these new characters it doesn't look like it's really going anywhere. But hopefully they do. I mean, the next one's supposed to be about Captain Universe. So, with that being said, this one's okay. Nothing really spectacular about it. So should I say pick it up? Well, I can't really say right now because I haven't read Iron Man 6 or the Young Romance comic. Thanks, comic book store. I'm not going to say which comic book store so you can pan on it or anything. Plus, you guys probably never heard of it because, it's a comic book store. So, come on, you guys. Get your shit together, okay? I'm going to end up going to the other comic book store if you guys don't do this. But that will be a longer video because I have to drive all the way there, then drive all the way back, and then I have to go on a vlog for about 15 minutes, which is not a good thing. But what can you do? So, I liked it. I just bet, I already think ahead, Young Romance, it's going to be $8, so they're going to be expecting, I'm going to be at least expecting 6 great stories about romance. Not just crappy, poopy stories about other things. And Iron Man, the series has been done great so far, and this is supposed to be an AVX aftermath, which should be interesting, because I have feelings about AVX. I thought it was great, but at the same time, I thought it was completely pointless in a way. So, there's that function. So, until tomorrow, well, today, because I'm going to be uploading it on Friday, which should be today when this is uploaded. So you'll hear my feelings then, and then I'll be able to put this on my 1 to 3 of the comics that I'm getting. I'm gonna bet myself right now. This is gonna be the 3, and then Young Romance is gonna be the 2, and Iron Man's gonna be the number 1. Again, I'll be shocked if this is the number 1. If this is the number 1, we're in trouble. If Iron Man's the number 3, we'll be in serious trouble. I mean, I can understand if the Young Romance is number 3 in the same way, but I have hope for it is the thing, so I'm expecting at least 6 decent stories to all go into one and fill. Plus, I'm getting Valentine's Day cards with it. Come on. Come on. So, that's the end of this part of the video. Tomorrow, I'll be having more. Hey guys, as you can clearly see, we are not in my car today. Yeah, I had a snow day, so it's pretty bad outside. Sorry for the window condition, but you know, YOLO, right? Yeah, but I did get a chance to go to the comic store today, and they had the stuff. Yeah, you can see the Iron Man book. I'm trying to put in the code for the free download because I want to read it on my phone because I'm that cool. But yeah, I got it, and I'm about to start reading them. I think I'm going to read the Iron Man one first because the artwork looks more appealing to me in this one. But I looked through both of them, and, you know, Young Romance looks promising at least. Sorry, just putting in the code at the same time, sis. Well, yeah. Snow Day. That happened. Trying to... There. Fix my code. Okay, now they're going to download. So, we're going to see how these are. And then I pulled Avengers out. And I put it in a bag, too. But, we're going to take a look at these. And then I'm going to put them in a rating system for you. Alright, guys. So, we're finally going to get this in order. So let's start off with our reviews. First, I'll do the Iron Man comic because I read that one first. Here's the regular cover. As you can see, AVX Aftermath. So they don't really get into that till the end, which I'm not going to really spoil, but it's interesting. You can see how this is leading up to the Guardians of the Galaxy in a way, because Iron Man is the new member of the Guardians of the Galaxy, which is really cool to think about. Iron Man, Guardian of the Galaxy. Hell yeah, he is. But most of this is just filler content with Iron Man being, you know, introduced to this space world now that he's with. You know, he hooks up with, well, he almost hooks up with this purple lady. And, yeah. But in the end, you get to find out the real secret of what's really going on. And it's anticipation for the next book in a month. So, hopefully they'll have their shipment in on time so I can give you a proper car review, but, you know. And the next one is the Young Romance. Now, it's 6 stories combined into one huge book. This book is, or 50 pages, so. Yeah, there's a lot of content. The first story is Batman and Catwoman. Basically, it's Catwoman telling the story of how her and Batman met. Not really much romance, but, you know, you can see that Catwoman has affection for Batman, and she really loves him. The next story is Aquaman and Marina. I think that's who it is. Myrna, whatever. Kill me if I'm wrong. No, don't. Just don't get upset if I got it wrong. I didn't know. I don't read Aquaman. I'm not the biggest fan of Aquaman. I think Aquaman's one of the coolest characters on the Justice League. I just don't prefer to read them. But their story was the best in this whole book, honestly. I felt that there was the most love in here, even though it was kind of flashbacky with them in the same time. Definitely the best story of the book. With another story that I'll get to in a minute. The next story is Batgirl's story. And you're thinking, well, she doesn't really have a romantic relationship with anyone. Well, yes, she kind of does. This is a guy named Ricky that, in the previous comment, she kissed. and she had kind of a relationship with, not really much of a relationship, but kind of did. And he likes her, and that's basically what goes on from there. They talk about their feelings. The one after that is the worst in the book. It's about this soul people. What is it? I don't remember. It was so bad, and I just read this. It was so dumb. The Soul Brothers. Seoul. It's Seoul. What? Yeah, it's about these guys, and I guess they're gay for each other or something. I don't know. Nothing made sense. There wasn't anything about romance really in it. Ugh. The second to last one is about Nightwing and this girl named Ursa. And it's depressing. Nightwing gets broken up in the first 2 panels of the comic. Not 2 panels, like 2 pages of the comic. Then he gets affection for this chick named Ursa. And the ending's just so sad. Because you think he wants to have a relationship, but just, I don't know, like no girl wants to have it with him. I feel so bad for the guy. Plus, Kyle Higgins' writing, again. Kyle Higgins does excellent writing. The artwork was so horrible. I didn't like the artwork at all. That's why it's not my favorite. And the final one, of course, is Superman and Wonder Woman, which there's a lot of controversy about still, because Superman's supposed to be loving Lois Lane, not Wonder Woman. But, reboots can do whatever they want, I guess. That's, I guess, what they can do. But the story is Superman and Wonder Woman are having dinner, and then Superman gets mind controlled, and shenanigans from there, I guess. Sorry, just look at something from my computer. So, I don't know what to say about this one, honestly. I'm very mixed opinioned on it, as you can clearly see. There's some great stories, and there's one really dumb story, and there's just a lot of okay. But to choose between the 3, I say go with Iron Man. Iron Man's your number 1 purchase from me. Definitely, there's going to be a lot better. Gellin, I don't know his first name, but he's been writing fantastically. This is a great series to pick up right now. The writing and the art is fantastic. Yeah, I've yet to see a bad Iron Man comic so far from this team of Gillen and Land. So, this is my number 1. I'm probably going to have to say my number 2, though, is the Avengers comic that I've reviewed in the last couple of minutes. I'm sorry for the glow. It's in the bag. I don't want to remove it right now. But I like the character of the Smasher. Here, I'll leave it at this angle. I like the character of the Smasher. The Smasher is a very interesting person. Sure, the tie-in with the Avengers team is okay, but I like the character, how they introduced her and all that. So, there's just kind of the interlude, which is okay. And then I'm probably going to have to give Young Romance my number 3 spot. I didn't find everything great. There was a lot more appealing in the Avengers comic, definitely, rather than this comic. Sure, there's a lot of content in here. Like, it's over 50 pages long, plus you get Valentine's Day cards. Come on, wouldn't you want a Valentine's Day card from Batman or Superman or Wonder Woman, huh? Wouldn't you? Yeah, there's a lot of content. It's definitely $8. It's worth the $8, but really, it's the least choice I would pick. Like, I'd say go for it if you're really interested, and you want Valentine's Day cards because you forgot some at the store, even though they're probably like $2 for a whole box. This only has like 16 cards. Not really gonna get you anywhere. But hey, they're cards. They're superhero cards. I mean, you can just pick up probably there's Dark Knight Rises cards out. Maybe, I don't know. I really don't care. But I think the main problem with this is they're not really love stories. I mean, one of them is completely not a love story. Sure, there's the gay romance in there, I guess, but it's not really a love story. The Nightwing and the Ursula one, sure, that's more of just a depression story, not really a love story. how you can lose someone so easily. The love story, basically the biggest love story was Aquaman and Mera. And Catwoman, Batman. Catwoman has feelings. That's a love story right there. That's a whole love story you can write about. Superman and Wonder Woman's, I think it's kind of a love story, but at the end it only proves that it's a love story. Like, he gets mind controlled on on the third page. So what's the point? So this is definitely the last pickup for you if you're interested. There's nothing really going on in it. So, it's a one-shot. So, there's kind of that, too. It's a one-shot. And I bet if you keep the cards in there, it'll go up in value. The cards are so funny. They're so dumb. But they're so funny. Yeah, I'd say maybe go for it. But go for the Iron Man one. It's the most value for your buck right now. So, this is Sonic Fable, Comic Wednesdays, but on a Friday. Sorry about that. Hopefully the store will get their crap together. I talked to the guy again, and he told me about yesterday and how he was upset. So, that's all I have to say. I'll see you back for Wednesday when the new releases come out. New releases for next week. I will check, because I'm actually on my computer, so I can actually prove to you what we have next week. Next week, we have the conclusion of Death in the Family. We also have the new Cable and the X-Force, and the Marvel's now new Secret Avengers, which I'm not looking forward to whatsoever. I'm just picking it up because it's the -- And yeah, I have feelings on what I thought of previous Secret Avengers renditions. I picked up the free previews that Marvel gives for their Marvel Now stuff. It doesn't look that promising, I'll tell you that. I mean, Hawkeye, something happens to Hawkeye, I'll tell you that. I want you to read the preview. I definitely recommend reading the previews that they give, because DC doesn't give previews whatsoever. Marvel does, at least. They give you the benefit of the doubt to give you a preview. And yeah, they give you a preview of Guardians of the Galaxy, the Uncanny X-Men. What else do they give you? Uncanny X-Men, Nova. Nova, I definitely think looks promising. Jeff Loeb, of course. And the Wolverine, Uncanny X-Force, which already came out, I believe. The Fearless Defenders, which came out this week, but I wasn't really interested in, because, and then the Secret Avengers, which, again, I don't really thinks it looked good whatsoever, but what are you going to do? I mean, I'm still waiting till the beginning of March so we can begin The Age of Ultron. This looks to be fantastic. They give you a whole list of tie-in books right here. This is, holy crap, that's a lot of tie-in books, but this is just Age of Ultron. I mean, Fantastic Four, The Superior Spider-Man. They have 2 Avengers Assemble tie-ins. Wolverine and the X-Men, Uncanny Avengers, and the Fearless Defenders. They have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Did I count? Yeah, 11, 16, 19 comics, all based around this whole interlude that never happened. That's gonna be great. I'm looking forward to it. I really don't care about. I'm picking up the tie-in comics because they're tying into the Age of Ultron. I want to see what they feel like. They're not going to really connect to the regular storyline. They're just going to connect to the Age of Ultron, and it looks great. So, with that being said, I'm going to end this video now because I've been rambling on about stuff. So, Sonic Fable, looking forward to next week. I mean, Death in the Family. End on a good note.